One Christmas, my wife bought me a dog. Rather than think up a name for it, I took him for a walk in a cemetery and named him after the first gravestone he showed an interest in.
Well, that's lovely and festive, isn't it? Please, Steve.
What was on the initial gravestone?
John Samuels.
John Samuels. So your dog is called John Samuels?
Dog is called John Samuels.
And this...
He's a Bedlington Terrier. They're sort of, do you know, they've got curly hair.
Was it chosen, the curly-haired dog, for any specific reason, Stephen?
No, I can't think of a reason why I choose a curly-haired dog.
This dog, has he got big gnashers?
Lee,
I'm not sure where this is going.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Oh, yeah, sorry, this dog. Has he got big gnashers? Happy Christmas.
What time of day do you tend to walk your dog in cemeteries, Stephen?
Well, he was only a puppy, so I was actually carrying him, so it wasn't really a walk.
So how did he show interest if you were carrying him? Did he leap from your arms?
He wagged his tail.
Wagged his tail. And up until that point, he hadn't wagged his tail.
OK.
He'd had a really miserable Christmas. He'd had a miserable walk or carry. Everything.
Here's the story. I'd asked my wife, if you're watching this, to cover John Samuel's ears. We told him it was the one he showed an interest in, but we'd, or his ears covered, had secretly decided it was going to be the first one inside the gate. He thinks it's because he wagged his tail, but actually it was the first...
He thinks it's because he wagged his tail.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying, Steve.
He thinks
Personally, have you had a chat with him? Wait till he finds out he was adopted. He's going to...
Tell us about the lovely, heartwarming scenario on Christmas morning when Mrs. Mangan whipped out a puppy for you. I mean, was it... I think you know full well that's not what I meant, Miranda. How did she present the puppy to you?
The puppy came with her parents.
Wow, that's a hell of a present.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a special offer?
They were coming round to ask for lunch, and they brought the puppy in a little basket with a bow round its neck.
Oh, that's lovely.
And a big sign saying, "To Stephen."
Honestly, Stephen, how much did you want the dog?
A lot. I've always wanted a dog. My mum never let us have animals. We had a cat once, but it wasn't allowed in the house.
You haven't really got the cat then, have you, in that case? Did she just point at cats and yeah, that belongs to us? We had a cat, but he wasn't allowed in the house.
Well, there was
in that case, we own a cow.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Yeah, we only have one dog.
Pets,
We've got one dog, that's it. No.
You got any children?
2 children.
How did you name them?
What, Burger King and Boots?
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I'm not sure, really. What do you think, Barry?
Too much erratic detail in it. I don't think the narrative holds together.
Miles?
I think this couldn't be less true.
You don't think it could be less true?
No.
What if it's a lie? That's definitely less true if it's a lie, isn't it?
If I'm going to talk
less.
semantics with someone tonight, Lee, it won't be you.
I love having Miles on the show. He's the only person in the world that can make David Mitchell sound like Danny Dyer.
I don't believe Stephen.
So you think it's a lie?
I do think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yes.
Well, I disagree with you, so I think it's not true.
Right, Stephen, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Amazingly, it's a lie!
Yes, it's a lie. Stephen didn't take his dog for a walk in a cemetery to choose its name.
As a child, my Christmas was once cut short when my mum took the decorations down halfway through Christmas Day.
David, Steve.
Oh, right, this...
Thank you.
Was she always down on Christmas, or was... What happened this year?
Well, this year in particular, just halfway through Christmas Day, she's like, I've had enough. We've done the presents.
Had you done the lunch?
Yeah, we've done lunch. So let's just...
What was the time?
2:30.
OK, so pre-Queen.
Oh, we don't do the Queen in my family.
I'm so sorry, David.
You don't listen to the Queen?
No.
Did it become...
I mean, she's the head of state. 8 minutes a year, you know, and 6.5 if you skip the bit with the trumpets.
Was it a great dramatic gesture, or was it sort of...
It was quite dramatic because
were the things were on the ceiling?
And it's taking the tree down and putting a plastic tree back into a box.
The stuff on the ceiling, did she have to get
We
a
didn't have
ladder?
stuff on the ceiling.
Well, you had no
Well,
tinsel like round the room.
No.
Oh, this was hardly a Christmas, wasn't it? You don't watch the Queen's speech. I expect you're having a pizza. You're having a pizza and she put the fake tree away like an umbrella. Fine, pop that away. This is barely worth hearing about.
Was there a specific incident that set her off?
She was very disappointed with me and my sisters because...
In general.
It's been a tough year. I think I had got one present and I had not liked it. And so that was a bad point. And my sister Cheryl hadn't got out of bed yet.
Now, tell us about your Christmas Day. I'm imagining there's a lot more structure to it. And respect is a word that's coming to my mind.
Thanks, Rob. Oh, I don't know. I think I have quite a normal Christmas Day.
I imagine Bucks Fizz at 11.
No, we don't book a band.
So, David, what is your team thinking? Could this be true?
Yes,
It's heartbreaking.
Completely rings true, I think. What do you think, Tom?
Well, whatever I think would be wrong, so...
Well, that could be... If that's 100%, that's very useful.
I'd ask her.
What do you think, then?
Well, I'd go with Tom, really.
I've had an insight.
Tom's had an insight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she's not telling the truth.
Oh, what? Why do you think that?
I don't know. It just came over me.
Right.
I think she's telling the truth. But it's quite easy to know who to side with here. I literally sit at home all day watching Homes Under the Hammer and you're next to a Knight of the Realm.
Yeah, but I'd go with him if I were you.
True. True, you're saying it's true. Sarah, a tragic tale.
A tragic
Fact
tale.
or fiction?
This tale was true.
I told you,
One Christmas, on hearing I wasn't going to get the present I wanted, I tried to drown myself. In protest.
David C.
Tell us the story.
Well, I wasn't going to get the present I wanted.
Which was? What did you want?
The Spice Girls' debut album, Spice.
It's a lie.
That's so weird, because I did get it, and I did try and drown myself. No! Don't applaud that. It's a great album.
How old were you then?
I was like 10 or 11.
Right.
So you wanted the album...
No, he really,
then...
really wanted it.
Stop right now. So you wanted the album?
Yes, I really, really wanted it. In case you don't use mine in the edit, yeah? Well, can I just say stop right now? Yeah. I love that one if they use this. Who's your friend? Big Ears?
So what happened, James?
I wanted the Spice Girls album, Spice. And so did my sister. We'd both been pestering our parents a lot for the album. My father decided he had to tell us before Christmas who was going to get the album or not, because he didn't want an upset on Christmas Day. And so he waited until we were in a safe space with the local swimming pool. We'd all gone for a family swim.
Yeah.
And
a lovely Christmassy thing to do. A lot of people do a lot of swimming in the run-up to Christmas.
Yes. Because it was in honour of the 7 swans of swimming.
Yeah.
That's why we did it. We were swimming, and then my dad called a family meeting.
Shallow end?
Shallow end, yes. Oh, you're not treading water during a family meeting. He said, right, it's a week until Christmas, and I'm just going to let you know that Ruth is getting the Spice Girls album.
Ridiculous.
Well, where were you then? time, I looked like I overreacted.
Well, take us through this reaction. Paint a picture of how a young James reacted.
It was like a storm came over me. I was very angry. And then I turned and I walked to the other end of the shallow end. I did a width.
Yeah.
I would have stormed away, but it's very hard. Yeah. Wade through the water. You have to say every now and again, I'm really cross. Went to the other end, and I turned round so they could see my face, and I just sat down slowly. And I was under the water. I went, well, I was thinking this. I guess I'll either stay here until one of two things happens. Either I get the Spice Girls' debut album Spice, or I'm gonna die.
Which happened?
Well, what happened was, I came back up again, and I saw that not only were they not... They were just carried on swimming. They got always under the water now, and my dad quickly went, problem solved, and they carried on swimming.
What are you thinking, Noddy?
I just don't think his dad would do that. I think he'd buy 2 albums.
Oh, I'm unaware that you knew my father, Noddy.
What do you think about the 2 albums buying issue?
Well, like, as a parent, I just would have thought that just quietly, like, going off to HMV to buy an album is easier than taking the whole family for a group swim.
So what are you going to say, David? What's it going to be?
I think it's false.
I'll say lie.
You think that you both think it's a lie? I'm going to say lie.
OK.
Yeah.
James, were you telling us the truth, or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Yes, it's true.
In my mum's sat-nav, and instead of driving to Lakeside, she drove all the way to the Lake District.
Right, David's team.
Geographically, where was the starting point?
Well, it was London, yeah. It was a long time ago. It was when the sat-nav, remember it was called Tom Tom?
Actually, it wasn't called Tom Tom.
What was it called?
It was called Tom 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 Tom.
So I've always had slight dyslexia as a kid. So I sort of...
Oh, so maybe it wasn't a Tom Tom, maybe it was your MOT.
Could have been, yeah. I think I just put it in wrong. And
Well,
then...
yes, obviously that's not a detailed explanation of what went awry.
What would you like to know?
What did you type in the word Lakeside?
I stuck in LA, put in the first couple of letters, and then it predicts the word for you.
You put LA in, your mother drove off towards Los Angeles, and you went, stop, stop. And you saved it with a K.
Yes.
And then you thought, right, fine, that's fine. There can't be more than one place beginning LAK. It finished Lake Windermere, off she drove.
No, I must have put in the lake, and then it filled the rest in, and I must have pressed Lake District, taking for granted that...
And you are saying, with a straight face, that your mum, was it just your mother?
No, it wasn't my mum. It was my mum and her next-door neighbour, Debbie.
Right.
They just kept driving until it got dark. And then what my mum said is that they got so scared because it was just them two in the car and they didn't know where they were going. My mum doesn't know how to do the sat-nav and all that business. That they thought it would be safer just to continue to where they were going and then just work out what to do the next day. So they went to the Lake District.
They arrived in the Lake District?
Yes. It took them like 6 hours. Yeah, they got
It took what? 6 hours?
Yeah, they took some wrong turns. So they had to get a hotel and stay in the Lake. I swear...
Come on.
I'm telling you...
I have to say, we've been doing this show for many years, and Rob has never, in the middle of it, gone, no!
So after about 3 hours in, they got so far that they weren't going to come back in the same day. They were going to continue and stay where they were.
Yeah.
Debbie phoned her husband, which I think they should have done a lot earlier because he's a cab driver.
Even if he wasn't, it would make sense, really, to make contact.
So what do they do, Joe? Did they stay over there?
They stayed over.
And then what?
I got a phone call.
Yeah.
They were fuming.
They must have been livid.
The thing was like that. My mum didn't know where anything was. She didn't know how to get to places, so she would follow that sat-nav, regardless whether it took her into the sea. She'd be in the sea. She'd follow it. So
and yet you put the destination in with such little care.
Well, I just didn't think I was gonna. Honestly, when she told me, even I was surprised. I asked all the same questions as you asked, like, why didn't you come home? Why did you stay? None of it made sense to me either. But the one thing she said is that they were very scared, they didn't know where they were going, so they just carried on following the blue line to the end of the destination. And then in the morning, they worked out, I think they asked someone in the hotel they had to stay in, and then the fella reprogrammed it to come back to London the next day.
Joe Lycett, what are you thinking?
I think it might be true. I can see real hurt in him.
It's doable. It is doable with the dyslexia thing.
If it's a lie and you pick up that card, you're not going to follow through on, yes, they discovered halfway through the journey that they were heading to totally the wrong place, but decided that the thing to do was to follow through on the entire journey. It's more plausible that it happened than that Joe invented that just now.
Basically, David's saying there's more chance your mother's stupid than you are creative.
I think we think true. I think we think true.
It's true that they drove all that way. Joe Swash, was it true or was it a lie?
Yeah, it happened, yeah.
Yes,